because none of these tokens are actually labeled. I have to guess which one is Prithvi in.
I thought I labeled Prithvi.
Yep.
No, I remember which one is Prithvi because she looks like she has Junko hair.
That's weird. It's the labels are coming up on my end.
Yeah, I mean, see if they are showed a player on the token.
For me, it just always look for the one with the wild yellow with the wild blonde hair with leaves in it.
There it goes.
Yep, that's it. My bad.
You're fine.
All right. No, I was like, I know that you have like lots of things to do and not a lot of time to do it. So, all right. So these will take Prithvi aside, sit her down, and do his best to be the concerned middle brother. Explain everything and the risks and danger about the gem, and then basically wait for her to respond.
But didn't you say it was dangerous and that's why you needed to get it out of me? Why would you want to hand it me back? Why not just keep it in my body to begin with?
It is my preference to not give it back to you, but I don't want to take away your choice.
You said it's dangerous, and I am confused, brother.
Prithvi. We both believe that it is dangerous due to matters that we fully can't get into. But I remember how you said that the power from that kind of magic allowed you to heal others. So, it is up to you if you want to keep it as a crystal, or do you want Elise to take it and we can find you somebody to teach you healing magic? We don't want to rob you of this choice.
Welcome to adulthood.
Where we're dumb all the time, but we do it for the ones that we love.
Tough choices.
You know I'm older than you, right?
Yeah.
But to be honest, now that I got it out of my system, yes, I felt like I lost my power of healing, but I feel a lot more energetic than before.
It's good.
And if you promise me to find me a teacher, then I won't need that anymore, would I?
Nope. You'd have the skill and understanding of how to do it yourself without needing any mark or magical item to do it for you.
Then you take it, brother.
Okay. So right now, I'm gonna give it to Nephrite to keep a hold of, and I'm gonna take you home.
Right now?
Right now. So go say goodbye. Go say goodbye to your friends. I know that you made good connections with them.
Oh. Abby, I'm going home now. Right now? Mm-hmm. Are you sure? 'Cause I did offer to take take her home after this.
He holds up the broom as an explanation.
Are you gonna sweep the floor or something, brother?
And Nephrite will just whisper into the room, Valantier.
And it hovers a bit. And you first see an excited look on Prithvi, but then scared. You
I'm
do
gonna be
know how
with
to
you.
fly that, do you, brother?
I should be able to control it. It is magical, so I study magic, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Might be safer with
Amaya,
Abby on the ground.
Amaya, are you sure about that? Because not all magic is the same kind of magic. Such as trying to control a flying broom, you would need balance.
No, it is her choice, and if she wants to travel by land, that's fine. I'm not going to be able to take her myself in that manner, though.
But I believe that she still will be safe. If Prithvi trusted Abby, then I trust her.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can go with Abby if you want, Prithvi.
Okay. But then I want a new promise from you, Allie. And that's kind of like her little nickname for a leash.
Aww.
What's that?
If I'm home, then you better come home with your girlfriend and have a nice dinner with the family. And help me find a teacher too.
So you can ask around Highmore. Some of the elders should know someone that can teach you.
Yes, but it's better if you come with me and ask them.
The elders and I didn't part on the best of circumstances. As he looks to the ceiling.
Is it too much just to ask to spend time with you, brother?
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
Amael, I had the honor and the luckiest chance to spend the past few months with you. Do her this solid and at least promise to spend at bare minimum 5 minutes with your sister when you get home. Please.
Yes, if I get home, I will spend time with the family.
Thank you.
And she holds up her pinky. Pinky promise?
Pinky promise to do my best.
Oh no, that's not how it works. It's pinky promise help the fly stick a cupcake in my eye.
You know I don't keep track of those things.
But Prithvi, it was an honor meeting you. And also, thank you for helping me keep your brother in an emotional track.
You get to be the one to tell the family.
Prithvi runs up and actually hugs Nephrite around her legs.
And Nephrite will return the hug to Prithvi.
Thank you for taking care of my brother.
I'm trying.
And I will ask
Abby?
Abby, I will ask Abby, do you know when you would take her home so I can give notifications?
Yes, I should take her after the coronation tomorrow.
Okay.
And then Priffy just jumps up and hugs you around your neck, Elish.
He'll hold her as best he can. Having an 8 strength is challenging when trying to hold siblings.
Yeah, it's difficult to try and hold siblings that weigh no more than 50 pounds.
Let's see, 8 times. I can carry 40 pounds without too much trouble, but more than
Hey,
that,
you're a soldier?
yeah. Needless to say, he didn't. He always packed his rucksack with the bare minimum what was needed, and nothing else.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nephrite's boyfriend.
Eh? So, at least we'll spend at least an hour with Prippy, and he won't ignore the other people that are here, but he mostly pays attention to Prippy and Nephrite.
Yeah. You keep each other company until Priffy becomes tired and wants to fall asleep. The people here can treat you to dinner if you want it.
Oh, I don't have anything against having dinner here.
Dinner here would be lovely. Besides, I think the guys back at the hotel can enjoy their meal there.
Yep, you two are treated to a nice homey meat and potato stew with fresh buns and some leafy greens. Well, the people in the hotel are getting gourmet filet mignon with potatoes, scallops with bacon, all the fancy stuff.
I want to make a joke. But I'm not going to make a joke because that would be in bad taste.
So, in other words, Alicia and Nephrite, they get Holnir's preferred style of cooking. While Holnir, Null, Ogben, Cortana, the Queen, and Eichel, they get the Queen's familiar style of cooking.
Yep.
Character. My joke was going to be, where are you two? Are you two making out somewhere?
With Holnir out ordering double portions, no doubt.
Again, that was out of character, and that was the joke I would have done. Be thankful I decided to not do that in character.
But dinner aside, dinner's completed. Nephrite helps Alish tuck Priffy into bed. And we're hitting rocks and getting back into the hotel.
Yep, and by the time you leave the area, it's already nighttime.
Oh, sugar honey iced tea. It's late.
You want to go back invisible?
Sure. While I move my token up to where Alish would be. You zoomed into 100. I cannot find Alish anywhere.
I actually took myself off the board so that, coming back here,
Oh.
we'd put our tokens back on.
Okay then. Well, poof. Neprite's invisible with her boyfriend.
And you are invisible on the streets.
Yep. Headed back to the inn. Liege will also pay attention to what's going on around him on the street.
There's not much but the usual hustle and bustle of nightlife of people traveling to social bars or going to bed.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
The bag up
the-
rooms.
Just because I am a soldier. Ha 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 ha. I'm also doing this for at least an hour.
He's concentrating on invisibility. He's concentrating on invisibility while also being able to see invisibility. Without concentration.
Concentration. We'll
Oh,
pay
good
attention
news.
to it.
Oh, good news! You don't see any invisible stalkers anymore.
Yay!
Yay!
So
Yep.
in the meantime, in the hotel, what is everyone else doing after they just finished their gourmet meal?
So who's gonna stay up to keep an eye out for the two lovebirds? And I'm not talking about us, Kira.
I'll stay up.
Well, you're not gonna be staying up alone then.
Hmm. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna hit the hay.
Okay.
Yep,
Hi.
same here. Don't want to crowd you guys.
Hey, good night, you guys.
All right.
Good night.
And Neprite and Elige are just now getting back into the building. And walking back up to the room.
You gotta give this hotel one thing. It's an amazing view of the city.
I always know there's a better view. And it's obviously without reading his mind, he's talking about Kira.
But you're not bad yourself.
Sorry, did we come in at a bad time?
I was just staring because the way that they're gonna comment is that Ung was about to try hugging her from behind as he was saying that, and it's like so his hands are up almost as if the cops are here.
And Elise will go over and give the broom back to Kira. Thank
That
you
was
for
a
the loan.
faster trip than I expected.
Agreed.
Cliffy is preferring to travel by land I will need to practice using the broom in case it ever becomes necessary, but that can wait for another day.
Kira pretty much eyes the room within eyes near Nephrite and kind of gives the raised eyebrows look of hint, hint.
I can read the room. I can read the room. Amael, if you ever need a training buddy for whenever you ride on a broom, I might join you on that as well, just in case I need to ride it. But right now, I believe a certain couple is demanding some private time.
Let me see. I forget what room I was in the last time.
I know it was me and Holnier in one room, and it was.
You guys were over there.
You were over here, and I was next door.
The girls
It
were
was
down there.
girls and yeah.
Alright, so Liege will go to bed. Uba will stand guard at the door.
And Zuri will also stand guard at their door, coming out of the bag.
Uba is a early warning system.
Kira kind of whispers to Augment, you know, for a moment there I thought they were the couple that needed a privacy.
Yeah, especially with everything especially with them going off on their own. For all we know, they could have been kissing in an alleyway.
I don't know
guys
whether
know
to
that-
take that in imagination seriously or not.
Yeah, good point. It's Alicia enough, right? They'll probably be locked. They'd probably try to do research over that.
Yeah, you guys know that Liege is too direct-minded. Go to location. Stop in an alley? Why?
But they did have dinner with the other rebellions and Prithee, and after I did kiss him on the lips earlier that y'all missed.
Should we just call this episode the shipping episode?
A part of me says yes.
I mean, a part of me says yes, but the other part of me says no.
Yet the other part of me is saying, get on with it!
Yes.
Like, this is the last part of the chill down little moments. Tomorrow we have the coronation, and then it's back to the grind.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Liege would have gotten the crystal back from Nephrite and have it on him.
She would have given it back to him while they were walking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know whether I should be curious of why they don't want to show a room one night, but meh.
I guess it's what they prefer, I suppose.
Yeah, probably. But with them back, I do think it is time that we both head to bed now, though.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Ogden will gently grab Kira's hand and gently escort her back to her room.
Zuri?
Whoopsies, that's my fault.
Zuri, mind letting me in?
And Zuri just moves out the way of the door to let Kira in.
Right.
Night.
And Ogden will head to his own room and head to bed.
So, you still awake, Nephrite?
I'm still awake.
How was it, with a leash?
It was nice. We got to have dinner with the rest of the rebels. Not as good as a steak and potato stew, but they're good. And we both had time to talk to Prithvi and just hang out with her.
That's really nice.
So what about you and Ogman?
Oh, we just had a really nice fancy dinner and then just talked, I guess. It's...
By
What?
the time me and Elise came back, seems like you two were getting a little close.
We were just enjoying the nice view.
Which view? Each other or the night sky?
Mm.
I'm not blaming you. I see it's because I'm in the same boat. We both found our boyfriends pretty much at the exact same time. We both pretty much confessed our love to our respective boyfriends pretty much at the exact same time. Best we can do right now is just make sure that our lives can somewhat get to that happy ending we all want.
I guess that is the best course of action. It's just funny how we can think of something like romance while we're here trying to save the world of sorts.
Who's to say that we can't do both? Our goals still haven't changed. They just tweaked a little bit. That's the whole thing about innovation.
You know, I'm not an inventor, and
Life itself is innovation. It's always changing. It's always improving. Will there be bumps in the road? Oh yes, we're experiencing 3 of them right now.
I've always been told that the world is more like a dream of paradise. Even though I can't really dream anymore, but for the first time, I feel like I can. And I don't want to give that dream up.
That's why I'm saying our goals are still the same. We want to save the world. We want everybody to have the life that they originally planned to have. But now for us, our goals just tweaked a little bit. We still want to save the world, but we want to have the lives that we chose to have. You want to spend your life with Ogman. You still want to see the world. You still want to experience the life that you're getting the chance to live.
And what about you? You're gonna go back and be the diamond?
Maybe. I can leave the diamond role strictly to Blight. And just do my own thing in Haymore
with a leash. I'm still gonna be an artificer no matter what role I pick. But I want to make sure that a leash is still gonna be in my life, no matter which role I pick.
I really hope it
And
works out for the both of us. Maybe after all this, we can get Lorelei's advice going forward with our respective both men.
I mean, hey, out of the three of us, she's the only one that's actually engaged. So it's guaranteed after all of this, she's gonna get married, and she already has a kid.
Yeah, she is leagues beyond the both of us.
And out of character, I hope everybody that watches this session and watches this episode, I hope you'll enjoy this little girl talk. Because we need some of this. We need some of this mirth.
Mm-hmm.
We need some of this happiness.
Out of character, I will not need to say who has been wanting to see bits like this.
But the best we can do right now, until the king is officially coronated, which, from what I've heard from Abby, his coronation is tomorrow. Which means, most likely again, we have to wear those dresses.
Do we
Please, for
have
the love of
to?
God, don't. I'm hoping not. I'd rather just wear my work clothes. My work clothes are still formal. Your clothes are still formal. They're both our clothes are respectable. They're both functional for us to wear and breathe.
It's too bad we didn't keep the outfits that we had in Boss's ball.
Believe me, if we did, I would have been wearing that 24/7. Just every day, feel like a queen, feel like nobility, and anyone who would question either of us, cow down and beg for our forgiveness. I'm kidding. I'm not like that. I sound way
I was
too much
about
like a
to say.
Celius local. I sound way too much like a Celius local.
Come on, from what I've seen countless times, every girl dreams of being nobility once in a while.
Not me. Nobility is nowhere near my blood. It is not my dream to wear everything that everyone else is wearing, just be a prick about it.
Well, not to be nobility, but to feel like it once in a while, like being pampered, giving everything on the silver platter once in a while.
Well, if that's the case, we've been feeling that way for the past 23 hours.
Mm-hmm.
This hotel. But we have an early morning ahead of us, and I have a feeling that a certain someone's gonna be prying into one of our dreams tonight. But we gotta wake up bright and early so that way we can participate in the coronation. Then after that, get a move on with the artifact.
Alright. Good night.
Good night. And with that being said, both girls go to sleep and cue the dream sequence.
Yep. Just give.
Out of character, I thought you were going to go for the joke of, well, if you want to be treated like a queen on the silver platter, just tell Lachlan he'd probably do it.
I mean, I would have, but now I had to quote Critical Role in my own way.
Yeah.
But as I said, we actually left our fancy clothes back in Moss, so
Mm.
but I will mute because I don't know who's getting the dream.
Yep, just let me finish getting that set up.
Oh no, I know exactly what's going on now. Out of character, in character, no. Whatever is that? In character, partially.
Yep, you all arrive at a familiar table.
Had a feeling this was gonna happen. Yes, our gracious host.
Good evening, each and every one of you.
Good evening.
I called you here because we just had a short time back a couple nights ago. And I would like to raise a toast to our fallen comrade, Asriel. One of the first and finest knights I have ever laid eyes on.
Longman will grab
On the-
the glass on the table and just raise the glass as well in agreement, because
Oh, we'll toast as well.
On there lifts his tankard in a toast.
Nephrite will put a hand over her heart as a sign of respect.
It seems all of you know common courtesy, despite the poison you injected with him. He lowers his glass.
I don't know, it's a dream, but oh well. Olnir pours out half of his tankard and then chugs the rest before putting it back on his belt.
You do know, in the dream world you can only imagine what that tankard would taste like. What food would taste like. So imagine
But I've been drinking from this tankard for 10 years. I know what it tastes like.
amazing. As most residents of the dreamscape can only imagine what food tastes like, what kind of drink feels on the tips of tongues.
It's more along the lines of knowing what comes out of it for many, many years. You come to expect it.
You expect it. This is why most mortal planes are greedy. They don't know what they have until it is taken, or if it's never been received before.
To be fair, that can be looking for any plane of existence. Or any dimension, to be that case. It's not just mortals that can feel that way. It can also be gods, it can also be devils, it can also be demons.
Always shifting blame to some other race other than your own.
I'm not shifting blame, I'm just stating a fact. Expectation goes through any and all creatures. Except for maybe constructs, since, well, they're constructs. They do as they're told. Or they do what they're programmed to do.
That's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we have very little knowledge of constructs, correct? Or is it even less than I'm thinking?
Artificer.
Yep, and
Bam.
her guild is one of the first to create constructs.
Even you have ambitions.
And even you have expectations. Either to live to or to strive towards.
Does it any race?
That's precisely my argument.
Yet some races are judged harsher than others.
Don't worry, I know the feeling.
You know the feeling. And yet you still are ignorant to the masses.
Alright, you are right on that. There are things I'm ignorant to, there's things I know. There's things I know nothing about, and there's things I know little of. Just figuring out what... It's just broadening your horizons and learning more. That's the best anyone can do. Trying to learn more, even if it's against their own expectations and what they know.
I have learned more than you can ever imagine. I have seen more. I have lived through many histories. And yet, every time it yields progress, it always takes a step back due to ignorance, prejudice, and lack of empathy.
Such is the problem of mortals in history. Individuals can change. Changing the entirety of the beliefs of even a single race is a lot more challenging.
Yes.
Even changing the opinions of a single city is challenging.
Yes. And you will prove that with this new king. Which then begs the question of why did you rob Azrael of his revenge? He was set to get rid of the royal line to restart the city of Celius, but instead you poisoned him.
Poisoned him? Or was he already tainted himself? Simply acknowledged it.
You set him on a path of weakness.
By whose standards? Not mine.
For correction. By whose expectations? Since apparently that is the topic or key pillar of tonight's conversation. If he was expected to give Celius a clean slate, if he was expected to succeed in taking his revenge through slaughter instead of through giving a new generation a chance, then who expected him to do this? I don't believe any of us did. Guess we were made aware of his goals, we were made aware of his allegiance, and we were made aware of his motives. We all knew why he wanted to take revenge. We all knew how he wanted to take revenge. And in a sense, he did. But not in the way that he originally intended. He took revenge by not going that route. We didn't poison him, we gave him a choice. The very same thing that expectations will rob you of.
But that is what your humans crave for. The chaos, the bloodshed, the sets of things wanting to change, so you take it by your hands. And yet, he did. But then he tripped in the finish line because of all of you. He made that oath once he received the Lady Poison's powers. And received the mark that granted him his drive, his conviction. And yet by simply talking to all of you, he was dissuaded.
With the conversations I had,
Seems
with
as
him,
though
he was already dissuaded from taking all of their lives. Because I think when he first talked to you, he probably didn't know of many things that were more complicated than he originally thought. And that's what might have changed his own mind. Even without us, he probably was teetering between changing his mind without us. It was only through being given a choice he made that final decision, for all I know. Sadly, though, that's not something we can ask him.
And quite frankly, on top of that, throughout the entire time of our deal, he could have backstabbed us. He could have went off on his own and fulfilled his revenge. But he didn't. He didn't need to talk to us. Yes, he made the deal of not stabbing us in the back once his revenge was completed. He could have just enacted his revenge all on his own, and boom. We wouldn't be any of the wiser, and your goal through him would have been completed. It would have been achieved.
and yet he chose us to achieve that goal.
is why the world needs to be reset with the proper goddess on the throne.
And that is why we are foes. But I still respect you in my own way.
To be honest, Helena actually brought this up a few nights ago. All of us are two sides of the same coin. We agree on one thing. The gods themselves will be reset. One way or another. And somebody has to lead them, one way or another. However, one side believes it should be reset with chaos truly at the helm. The other side believes that it should be reset via a choice. Neither of us are willing to see a third point. But we are willing to make sure our goals are met.
Well then, we'll see which side prevails, won't we? And as he says that, he fades away.
Such is the nature of war.
Part of me wishes we could be friends. Augment says as he finally stands up and just looks. He generally puts down his cup as well before stepping back.
And before actually leaving this portion of the realm, not knowing if this would actually work, but Nephrite just gives a thank you and a wish of safe travels to Azrael. Hoping that not only Bokop gives him safe passage, but any of the deities will grant him safety into their domains. Whoever is allowing him to.
Alright. You give a little bit of a prayer. And you hear sort of a laughter on the wind before you wake up.